Today we decided to pack up the car and go out on a journey looking for land. And of course we're bringing our trusted dog Dixie with us. We begin our journey in East Texas and plan to show you many cities throughout North America. Please subscribe to our channel. We could really use your support.
Okay, Paul Katroff, and we are going out today to look at another property. Today we've found a neat little 1 acre lot, which is good size, in town. It's got all the makings, and we're going to start our research once again. Just a preliminary research, just to get us going. All we want to do is get to the property and see it. You know, we do a deeper research when we're going to buy something with our own monies, obviously. But today, we're going to look at a 1 acre lot in Shady Shores. The list price is $35,000. So just a basic sketch of what we're doing. Let me show you how we're beginning this. Okay. So, the property is located right here. They're asking $35,000 for the property. That's in the Shady Shores subdivision. Okay. I'm somewhat familiar with the Shady Shores subdivision. That's located 302 Crest Lane. Now, of course, you don't know if the property has that value or not till you look at it. Right now, we have a basic description of the property. Our questions are there public water, are there public sewer, and are there maintenance fees? Now, I'm willing to argue that there are maintenance fees.
I think there's no maintenance fees, but I'm not sure. It's a great price point.
Yeah, but I've been in this area a long time, and by the way, when we say maintenance fees, this is not going to be a monthly HOA fee with a governing body. It's basically going to probably be a yearly fee, somewhere in the ballpark of $50 to $100 a year. So it's nothing. It's not as if you're going to have, for the most part, it's not as if you're going to have Nazis running around on golf carts like in a golfing subdivision. Now, things have picked up, and I haven't been in there in 10 years, so I don't know the status of the HOA, if there is an HOA, and I don't know how diligent they are. A lot of these subdivisions, these country subdivisions, don't even have an office. They have somebody basically working out of a trailer. We'll send a statement out once a year for $100. So this is, people always want the cheap scenarios, and they want the freedom. So remember, in subdivisions where you're paying a yearly fee of $100 a year, you can't expect anything for your money. You're not going to have, well-defined roads for the most part. So what we do is we look for roads that are county maintained in the subdivisions, and that's the reason because, if you're on a county maintained road, then your POA fees are not maintaining it. The county is, and they do that so that the school buses can go down those roads. So most of the subdivisions have their main road county maintained. Now, this is in Polk County, Shady Shores lot number 1, 1.03 acre lot. Let me see what we have on the Polk County CAD website. Okay.
It's right there.
So let me see the shape of the plot.
That corner one.
That's not bad. I mean, that's doable. Is it the perfect plot? No. I wish it was that one right there, because the buyers are not stupid, and I say this all the time. The buyers are not stupid. So it's not a bad plot. You have a lot of road frontage, and
it's at a good price point. So I wonder if it's on a hill or something's wrong with it.
Good price point. We can't determine that until we see it. And I'm going to go ahead and say that all the subdivisions now are ramping up and saying, no RVs or travel trailers, which is what everybody wants the ability to do. So this may be a minimum square footage. It could be 800 square foot, I believe. I don't think it'll be more than that. It's more of a rural subdivision, but all these rural subdivisions within the city limits that are close to downtown, they're tightening their shoestrings, shall we say. So, anything on the title on this that we can pull up?
Nothing much. It was bought at auction.
Okay, bought at auction. How long ago?
I think last year.
Last year?
Sometime last
Okay,
year.
so we can conclude it was either an investor or a neighbor. All neighbors in the county are sent letters when the adjacent lot has come up. So it's either a neighbor or the investor, most probably an investor because
It's an LLC, yes.
That's an LLC. Okay, so but it's becoming harder and harder for neighbors to pick up properties because the auctions are swamped and saturated right now with outsiders. So that's an LLC. So I don't think does it show what he paid for it?
I could look that up.
Yes, let's find out what he paid for that. I'd like to see that personally.
The tax appraised value is at around $87,000.
What's that again?
The tax appraised value
Is it 80? Yeah, well, that doesn't mean nothing.
No,
that tax appraised value could have been $27,000 a year ago, and that's a big reason why it's harder to get lands. Is the owner has dollar signs, lottery ticket eyes, and they think they're entitled to that. Well, the tax appraisal went up. Yes, but supply and demand. If something is more expensive to have, people are less likely to want to buy it. They just don't get it. So people all over the area, they're slighted and they're angry about the huge tax hike, and they want to always feel like they can get their money back, but it doesn't work that way.
I'm just going to print it.
Okay, let's go ahead and get a printout on that. I want to see what the title looks like. Okay.
Home Liquidators LLC.
Let me go from this side. So he calls himself Home Liquidators LLC. Yep, he's out of Houston. Typical investor. I bet you he paid not even half that for the property. What did he pay?
It won't show here.
Yeah, let's pull that deed.
1 acre. No, he bought it from warranty deed with a vendor's lien.
Okay, but with a vendor's lien, that means he was making payments.
He's still making payments.
I thought he got it from the county. He didn't.
I
So he's still making payments.
Yep.
If he bought it in 8/30/2022, I know exactly what he is. He's probably a new time investor. He owner financed it, and now he's trying to flip it with very little money into the property, and he wants to get his money out. So that warranty deed might not show the price on there. Let's see. Let's open that up. Hey, his name is what? His name is Epstein. Mm-hmm. I wonder if he's any relation to Jeffrey.
I doubt it.
Maybe it's Jeffrey's distant cousin. Who knows? Okay, let's get that instrument. I want to see the instrument. Okay. And so it was filed in 2022, so he's had this for 2 years. And go back up. Let me see the grantor's name one more time. The grantor's name is okay. So husband and wife. So we'd need both signatures on that for sure.
I'm gonna make sure this is the right one.
Okay.
No, this is.
Yeah.
Oh, he bought 11 acres in there.
Okay, he bought 11 acres.
And so maybe he's.
You know what he's doing? He's divvying up. He's not divvying it up because it's already a pre-platted subdivision. He came through and he. Yeah, 11 acres isn't going to come up with the county, so that's not a county deed. Not by any stretch.
Yeah. You have to look further
Hey, good job on him. I got to tell you. Let's see if he has both signatures. Go to the bottom. The husband and wife need to sign off. Yeah, he's got both signatures. So the question is going to be in our title research, if we were to go farther in this, we would have to go back. I want to see that deed. Tri-party financing agreement. So he financed that. Rocky Mountain Equity, I've heard of them. Yeah, so, the question is, there's only 2 instruments in there, and that's what kind of bothers me. If Rocky Mountain owned that property for 20, 30 years, that's a good thing.
I don't know.
But I don't want to have a missing chain in the title. It's just odd to have just two deeds on file, isn't it? Kind of like a red flag.
Well, there's a lot of deeds. You'd have to look back quite a ways.
Yeah, we'd have to backtrack this. This is going to take 3 or 4 hours to go way back in. And then we have to go check those signatures and those signatures and those signatures. But anyway, that's pretty good. It's something to work with. I say we go check this property out. This is just the beginning, folks. So 1 acres are very, very much high in demand. What we want to do is determine value and don't want to look at the ground. You know, plat's okay, not bad. It's definitely doable. And most importantly, one of the biggest factors that devalues property, don't even kid yourself. And they don't want to hear this. The seller never wants to hear this. If this guy bought 11 acres and he bought a whole bunch of lots and he's splitting it up, he doesn't care to hear this, without a doubt. But the truth is, a trashy neighbor drops the value of that property every time. Nothing drops the value of the property like a trashy neighbor. This isn't Florida. This isn't California. There's no building department that's going to go around and put a citation on you, say clean up your yard. That's kind of the give and take in Texas, and that's where your freedom lies. You know, you find a nice street, somebody's been there for 20 years, they maintain their yard, you're good to go. So in this particular case, we're going to go determine what the street looks like, what the neighbors look like. Remember, don't let anybody tell you differently. Land is what? It's just a bunch of trees. The pine tree here looks the same as a pine tree in Florida. It's just a tree. So it's all about those neighbors, and nobody wants a bad neighbor. So we're going to go analyze the neighbors and see what we can come up with. But stay tuned. We got a nice little adventure on our way, and I'm going to do a little podcast on this and tell you what I think of the property, probably tomorrow afternoon around 2 or 3 o'clock. So stay tuned. Paul Katcheroff, you guys ready to go? I'm pumped. You ready? All right. Oh, she's highly motivated. Baby girl, listen, you know Daddy got to go on a little land adventure. All right? Okay, I know you can't go today. I know you want to go. That's a bloodhound right there. Okay, today we're going to go look at this 1 acre property, and it's owned by an investor. Now, when I'm approaching a property owned by an investor, I have an advantage over you because of my background. What's the first thing investors do, or anybody does? They Google you, right? So when the investor Googles me and he sees my name everywhere, all over YouTube, my fat mouth flying at 1,000,000 miles a second on videos like this, he already knows what frame of mind I'm in, and I also know what frame of mind he's in. So that gives me the ability to say things you wouldn't be able to say, he can't cover. In other words, hey dude, I gotta make money. I'm not interested in it for me. You know that. But there's a benefit to you to sell the land to me cheaply. It's because land is hard to come by. And I'll come back and I'll clean you out. Just give me a chance to steamroll this, but you got to give it to me at a good price. And why would an investor do that? A few different reasons. Number one, he's desperate. He can't move the product. That could be a reason why. Number two, the investor wants quick cash for Christmas. You don't know. Right? You never really know. Now, a lot of times the investors will stand strong because they're confident in what they have. But this guy's owned it for 2 years. So he's going to know right from the get-go as to why I'm going to want this cheap. Is that kind of helps me out a bit. Now, why do I sell to investors? Okay, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You got to sell cheap to investors. You're going to undercut your profit significantly. But when I do that, I have to make sure, number one, I have a quantity of lots on hand. It does me no good to lose $10,000 on a property to a guy I'm never going to see again. He's going to take it. He's basically taking my profit. But I look at it from the big picture. If I got 10 lots to sell and I can move those 10 lots in 6 months, I'm willing to take a less profit margin, clean out the inventory, and go back for more and go look for more land. So I'm going to feel out that investor. And by the way, this little computer research we did this morning is not my total research. In a situation like this, I'm going to research the investor hard before I call up and communicate, because I want to know his frame of mind, and that's an advantage on my part. All right, let's rock. Let's go do this. All right, you ready to go?
For a minute, because I don't know where the road is.
No, that's fine. It's not on. Well, yeah, it is on. I'm running. Right here.
This used to go into the lake.
Now this goes to the lake.
When the lake wasn't there, this road used to go all the way out to the other side of Onalaska.
Okay. This is a nice country area. By the way, this area is definitely one of the more expensive areas that we've seen. I've even looked at a few houses in here. But yeah, the lake is right up in front of us. You can tell like this. See that? We're going in that direction right now. You can see the lake in front of us. So it's really all around us in the area. And these are going to be this is going to be a housing only subdivision. I'm pretty sure. When you're that close to the lake right now, it's going to be more of a houses only scenario. I mean, some of these houses look a little older, but that's all right. As you get deep in here, they get some higher end stuff. It gets higher end, especially when you're close to the lake. They're sandy shores. I thought it was shady shores.
It is shady, I'm pretty sure. Is it down here?
Yeah, you can see already the houses are looking a little bit better. Nice house. Yeah, all nice houses, country house. See that? Because we're right up on the lake. I think we'll see the water right now to the left, I bet.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, beautiful little neighborhood. These are gonna.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Is it this property?
I don't know. Let me check. Yeah, I think we're there. Let me see this plat. It's got 124 feet of frontage. I need to see where the road frontage is on this. Which way does this plat goes? Show me how this plat goes on the road real quickly. Where's the road?
This is where we're at.
Okay, so it's got 300 feet on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Crest Lane. Okay, a great road frontage. If it was a smaller one, that would not be so good. That's fine. That's fine. So we're directly to the right. At this point in time, I need to get out my satellite app. So I want to get right to the coordinates. I'm going to pull my satellite app right now, and I'm going to get out of the truck and go check it out.
Okay.
What we're doing is we're going to turn the vehicle around because not only do I want y'all to see how beautiful the area is right by the lot, but I want to point the nose of the truck so I can go over something before I get out. It's hot out. But so we're looking for a place to turn around. Beautiful property. I know that person that lives here actually. Nice lady. There's a lake. And that's the boat ramp section that I think you can use, which is really cool. That's walking distance right there. Immediately, all the houses are nice. This is a real nice location. It's a perfect little location. It really is. So they're asking $35,000 for the lot. This is going to be at least 1,000 square foot minimum, if not 1,200 in this subdivision. Yeah.
Sure. Which is so what?
And there's, yeah, it doesn't matter. Even if you're getting into building houses, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Are you going to stick a little cabin here? No, you're not going to. Okay, we came this way before. Up on the right-hand side is the lot. All right, come to slow. You see that? The lot is going to be right about there. Okay, all right. You see where that white fence is? We're now to the right of the lot. So let's go check this property out. Okay. All right. As I stand here, obviously, beautiful location. Perfect 10. Perfect 10. Okay. As I'm looking at this, this has 202 feet of road frontage. That is going to be this entire block of ground starting. It may start at that fence line right there. It may start right there. But you can never guarantee. That doesn't look like a surveyed fence. So it could also start here. Often they put survey pins at the poles. So I don't know that. I haven't found the survey pins yet, and I can do that if I go by the lot. So it's going to go past the truck, guys. It's going to go probably to those trees right there. So this whole block, because you got an acre to work with. So I'm going to walk behind there and just check out the topography of the ground. Okay, I'm creeping up on the corner, and I'm coming around the edge here. Oof. I'm not liking what I'm seeing. No. Not liking what I'm seeing. First of all, the corner of the lot has a big dip in it, a ravine, right here. You can see the water just holding right there. Okay? Now, I'm thinking this lot is going to go about in that direction because this lot comes at an angle. Regardless, you've got a big ravine here. I mean, it's not big, but it's a nasty one. Can you bring enough dirt in for this? You could feasibly bring in the dirt. However, I'm not sure if this is a runoff that you can alter. I'm not sure of that. So I'm going to walk up this next hill. So this is at the corner of the property. I've dealt with these situations before, and of course, when I do my due diligence, it's much more extensive than what you see. I automatically call up the Trinity River Authority when I see a characteristic like this, and I say to them, hey, what are my options here? Because there are some water runoffs that will cross lots that you cannot alter. Now, it doesn't mean it's bad per se, because you have a lot of land to work with. This is only at the far corner. As I'm walking up the property, it has some slope to it that I don't really like. Check it out. It has slope I don't like. Look at that. There's an electric line right there. I'm sorry. I don't like it. It's too close to the front of the road. It's not like the other property I showed, the 6 acres, we had an easement. As I come to the back of the property, oh my gosh, this has got a chunk of land taken out of it. Yeah, I was right. I'm seeing a serious water runoff situation. Ah, look at this sucker. So, the lot line's going to go right about there. Over here you have this blue pipe right here. And you have this big water runoff section. And over here, what do you have? You have a water reservoir and you have an RV park there. So I'm going to say this property, it's hard to say right now because I got the phone. I can't pull my satellite app out. It's going to cut right next to this right here. So what do you guys think? Okay. Mosquito heaven. And that's never going to change. That's awful. That's not what you really want in your backyard. This ground is hilly and sloped. Now, on the positive side, maybe it doesn't bother you. That's to each their own. Okay, but I don't like it. The land has got a pitch that I don't like either. See, the pitch isn't going high at the road and pitching back so that you can build close to the road and all the water runs off. It's going at the road and going down with the road. So this is going to really suck in your building process as well, you know. Yeah, I mean, as I'm walking, I don't want to push a wheelbarrow up this slope. That sucks. So you have a power line here too. It's really cutting through the property for that person to get power. And you know what? Without doing my due diligence and checking to see if this is a platted easement. And that's another thing. If this is a platted easement with the electric company, which, you know, it's got a slight clearing here, you've got a water reservoir there, it's right through the lot, and right about where that tree is the road. So you don't have nothing redeeming to look at. I'm seeing a typical case. I don't have to see any more, guys. This is ridiculous. I think I'm walking down an easement that really hacks up the lot. Now,
the ground is bad ground. This ground sucks. So what I see happening is this. Yeah, he's dreaming at $35,000. What he's trying to do is just take as much money he can, and he will take this and unload it. I don't want it, because I'm not going to insult my buyers with a property like this. Here we are approaching the corner once again. Look at that dip. That's awful. It's all water runoff. And then you have a slight ravine. This is awful land. This is terrible land. This is terrible land. You can't do anything with this. This is garbage. It's pure garbage in a beautiful location. This is pure garbage. Dude, you're dreaming. This is what gets me, guys. I see this all the time. I'm not going to drag you out and make a fool of you to look at some crap ground for $35,000. He's playing up on the location. And you're going to find these locations in these high-end subdivisions that they can't move. Because in every subdivision, you're by the lake, you're going to have water runoff situations. And all those lots are no good. And so this is a prime example of an investor wasting your time with a ridiculous price. How would I sell this? I do things a little bit differently. I'd put, it's crap ground, you can have it for $5,000. I don't know what you're going to do with it. That's how I sell it, because I want you to know the truth. You know, I make more money by being honest. Well, in this particular case, he's not being dishonest. He's just wasting your time. And that's awful if you had to drive up from Houston to see something like this. And by the way, guys, if you see a property up here and you're in Houston, you're somewhere around the Texas state, call me. I'll go shoot a video, give you free marketing. I will save you hundreds in gas. But this one is I don't have to see very much. It really is a shame. It really is. I want nothing to do with this ground. This is a mess. But you know what? It gives me a better understanding of how and why the investor has the property up for sale. And I'll explain to you why. Because when they do these bulk lot sales, they're essentially discarding the waste. I mean, you don't want to be stuck paying taxes on this. I wouldn't. As an investor, if I pick up 10 11 1-acre lots in here, first of all, I'm not going to insult you with a $35,000 price tag on that crap. I would never do that. I'd be honest and go, hey, it's crap land. I don't know what you can do with it. I'll unload it for nothing. I wanted to get the blood off my hands. Or, most importantly, what Yolette and I do when we buy a bulk lot purchase is we let it go. We don't pay the taxes on it. Or I go into the county and say, I don't want it, and I sign it back over to them. They understand, but it's better that way. The county doesn't really want it either, because then they got to do paperwork on it. So if you just let it go, not pay the tax for 3 or 4 years, it will all go back.
Give it to the neighbor for free.
Well, yeah, give it to the neighbor for free. Just unload it.
If it's
but
that bad.
he's got that ground sucks.
Does it?
Oh my gosh. It's one of the worst grounds I've ever. It's the typical ground we run into in these high-end subdivisions where, you know, they're all bought out, and of course the garbage doesn't sell, and it's usually where it's got ravines going through it. It backs up to a reservoir for the RV park. It's mosquito heaven. It's got an electric line, and it looks like it might be an electric easement. It's not primed and prepped, but right through the lot. I mean. And then it's that scenario where you're going to have to call Trinity River Authority and have them physically come out there before you buy that lot and say, hey, can I fill in these ravines with $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 worth of dirt? Can I fill it in? And a lot of times they won't let you, not in this high-end subdivision, because you block the waterway. And a lot of people don't understand is that the water runoff areas go through private properties. Of course, these private properties are never built on, and they go back to the county and they're discarded. So I know what this guy is doing, and I don't have a problem with that. He's trying to sell the waste. Now, but at $35,000, I just don't like what he's doing to the buyers.
I don't think the price matters at this point.
No, the price doesn't matter. I don't want it at any cost.
No.
It's just, I don't like... I don't ever waste my buyer's time. I think it's insulting. I mean, you're making yourself look bad by pulling somebody out with a ridiculous price tag. And the letdown. You come into this gorgeous subdivision, and you're thinking, well, for $35,000, this lot will be a beautiful lot.
Yeah.
It should be.
Well,
This was just garbage. This lot isn't worth anything. And I know the investor didn't call the authorities. He didn't come out there like we did when we do our due diligence.
maybe
He didn't do any of that.
he's hoping for a neighbor, but I wish they would say that the lot is hilly and unbuildable.
Okay. Like I was explaining on camera, I'm going to sell lots. Hey, it's crap land. It's not good land. You know, tell the guy.
Yeah.
Tell the guy what he's going to see. He's not going to buy it anyway by being evasive and not telling him the truth. Tell him the truth. You know, we make more money by being truthful out there.
Correct.
You know how many times I've been in this situation where we bought lots and we've had a junk lot, and I'll put on there, real crappy piece of land, don't know what to do with it, I just want to unload it, make me any offer. And I've had people come out and go, Paul, I'll give you $1,500 for the land. I'll take it. I don't care. I mean, I told you I don't want it. You know, half the people don't realize I just give it to them because I don't want to pay the taxes on it. But 99.9% of the time, the buyer is smarter than you. He's not going to want to drop $2,000, and he's going to see that. And I'm going to give him all the specs on it because it's not real estate, in my opinion. So I'm just not happy when I see a situation where you would have driven 60, 70 miles with your family on a Sunday morning, beautiful day out, excited to spend $35,000 to be within walking distance of a boat ramp, and to walk on a property like that at that price tag is just wrong. So right from the get-go, I already see if he's willing to do that. What do you think he's going to price his good lots for? I guarantee you, he's gonna try to price his normal 1 acre lots $60,000, $70,000, and they're not selling for $60,000 or $70,000. This is a typical case of the lottery ticket eyes. Everything's gone up in the area. No, just because things go up in price, that means the demand goes down. That means your property is worth less. The normal rate of a good lot in this area is around $20,000 to $25,000. That's what you want to pop. I can guarantee you his normal lots are going to be at $60,000, and you're going to be miffed when you go in and try to negotiate, because he's the type of guy that's going to come down on that junk lot. You call him up at 35 and say, look, it's no good. I'll give you $7,500 for the ground. Maybe I can do something with it. Maybe I can put something in the far corner. I'm not really getting 1 acre when I look at the amount of land close to the road front. You know, realistically, I've got like a tenth of an acre. And you know what he's going to say to you? Well, I can come down to 33, but that's about it. I see it all the time. And he's
probably the owner of the RV park behind the lot.
That is correct.
I bet he is.
I bet he is.
Yeah.
That RV park owns that lot, and they're trying to pop 35,000. That's exactly what I think. Could be.
No, I'm sure.
Well, then again, we need to double back. We don't know that for sure. We don't know that for sure. Anyway, pretty simple. This is not a complex video. It's not like the cool 6.5 acre lot that I looked at. This left me scratching my head all day. So, Paul Kacharoff. This is the second property out of 3. Great location. I'm walking. It's a no-go for me, right?
No-go.
No-go. All right, guys. Thank you for the time you spent looking at this little land adventure. Is quick. And one more thing. Remember, if you're out there and you want me to look at a property, jet me an address and a listing. I will save you so much time and trouble, and I will upload it. You can see it. You can see my opinion. Now you're sending me not to buy property for myself. And folks, if you send me to look at a property, I don't jump in between people's land deals. Let's get that straight. There are a lot of unscrupulous people out there. We're interested in building up our YouTube channel. We want to go in a slightly different direction. So don't worry. You're getting an unbiased view of a property that you're interested in without having to worry about some snake jumping in and stealing your deal. We don't do that. So if there's a property you want us to look at, we'll go look at it. You know, we'd like to get out of the area, and it can be an hour away. It doesn't really matter. Well, we have fun in what we do. So we can really be your expertise for you in a capacity where we're completely unbiased. You can't beat that. So Paul Kacharoff from 423 Byland, my compatriot, my teammate, And that's a wrap. Oh, it's a wrap if I could pause it.
Paul Katroff, 423buyland.com. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our #1 customer here. Absolutely. Let me tell you, this guy's he's a little excited right now because he just bought some land off me. You could say he's a little all shook up. But anyway, Paul Katroff, call me today.